All right, good evening. All right, tonight we're finishing some Prestige 3 skills on, I think her name is Atwood. I was lucky enough to find a reboot earlier. Ironic after my last video. It did not have grenade rounds, so we'll be visiting Oscar and all that good stuff.
Good work. Now put that cargo to use. Guild's choking the area with toxin. If Avalon's gonna survive, we've gotta shut it down.
Maybe it's just me. You're exposed.
The Guild has charging stations nearby. They'd hate it if they went up. Give me access through your C-Link and I'll overheat the station. Hook in.
Wipe the grid! No survivors!
Stand by. Link up. Stand by.
So I am using the Velox, the new carbine chassis.
Down across the AO.
Makes it
Nice.
full auto, basically like a SMG. Not a bad little combo. I don't know if I'd use it on multiple operators, but we're using it here. Hey, no complex, how you doing? Finally found a reboot for Kagan. There you go. Samuel's completed the prime target glitch. Nice. Officially done with the act missions. There you go. Yeah, I got this one earlier today. It does not have grenade bullets yet. But we're ready to go. The whole lobby's here. Jesus. Gonna have to pay attention here. I'm not gonna qualify. And then you prestige Kagan. Bye bye reboot. All good. I mean, now that you're done with all the acts, you really got nothing else to do, right? Farm them reboots. Oh yeah, he's dying fast. Yep, didn't even qualify. That's some bullshit.
Tagging waypoint. Hostile, my position. Find cover.
This fuel convoy en route. Have to use the nav system so we can locate it.
Only gonna max 7 operators, the rest I'll leave at 66.
Enemy reinforcements inbound.
I'm not really counting any particular number or anything like that. I'm just Going at my leisure. However many I max out before Modern Warfare 4, then that's however many I do. With and without reboot, it doesn't really matter. If I get it, great. If I don't, no big deal. Gone the wrong way.
Let him keep the checkpoint for now. We'll be back. Need to determine the source. That means getting close. Toxic gases in the area. Override the quad spewing it. I'll watch your vitals.
Yeah, I was holding off on prestiging operators that had a reboot, but at this point, I think I've got enough Prestige 3 operators with the reboot that I feel like I'm not missing out now, so it doesn't really matter. Before, when I only had like 2 or 3 operators with it, I kind of wanted to keep it, make sure I always had one, in case, you know, something hard came out and I needed it.
I'm tracking an
That's
area
not really
drone
the
nearby.
case.
Take it down before it alerts the guild. Can you still read me?
Tagging waypoint. Tossing cluster grenade. Tossing cluster grenade. Appreciate the assist. Let's move. Shake it off.
There we go.
Nice work. Find the next one. Nice work. Find the next one. it, and it's big. Bring it down!
Dan, your mama. Hey, bud, enjoy your videos. Would like me to duplicate drop? Nah, thank you. I don't do the dupes. Appreciate it, though. I got around and drop exotics and servers. Found ways to apply chaos to the exotics that stick. Yeah, no, I'm good. I appreciate it. I play enough that I can find them on my own. Nah, I don't have Berserker on this operator. I can really tell the fire rate difference. Can't even find the thing. Alright, I do still need power cubes. I'm gonna head over to a glitch fracture. I maxed. Alright, that's it.
Tagging waypoint.
You're approaching a guild command center. Clear it out and kill the commander.
Sweet, if in case you're not just a scammer and you're actually requesting to play games, just in general, be aware that it's kind of weird for someone to join somebody's stream. Never seen you before, we've never chatted, and you're asking me to add you on Discord and play games. I'm 99% sure you're just scamming.
Connect your C-Link and I'll be able to
And when I
open the
join,
chargers.
you'll try to get my account info or some other bullshit. But like I said, just in case you're legit, understand how weird that request is, okay?
Aerial drone in the AO. The guild's using it to mark your location. Shoot it down. Got eyes on a guild officer. Let's give his number 2 a battlefield promotion.
Target located.
Alright, so this operator build is a little different than I usually do. Someone posted in one of my video, I think it was on the Guardian video, how it's a bunch of summons and stuff, and I think I've got Bulldozer,
You're coming up on a
Tactician,
guild convoy.
Guardian,
Bet we can use
and
whatever they're transporting.
You're near
Warband.
the guild checkpoint. Clear it out and loosen the guild's foothold.
And then my Nightmare skills, I've got Wingman unit, and crap, is it the Frost one? Oh no, it's a Wingman unit and Sleeper Agent. And then for my exotic skills, I'm trying to roll Conjuration and Celebration. Right now I've got, I just got Shattered Shield, and the other one is Fissure, which is kind of pointless. But basically the idea is that you really don't have to shoot your gun that much. Basically let the enemies shoot you, and then all the extra fireworks and stuff go off and kill everybody. I'm not sure how practical it is, but so far it's working, so. The downside is that I don't really have much for defensive capabilities, aside from Guardian skill track itself. So I have gone down a couple times where I just wasn't expecting it, because I don't have Echo Shell, or like see right there, he's kind of down a few, and then all the drones spawn and kills everybody else. But I don't have, oh, excuse me, I get the hiccups all of a sudden. I don't have Phoenix Burst, nothing like that, so I take more damage than I'm used to. But so far it's been fun. It's something different. Hey T-Man, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day.
Tossing cluster grenade. Tossing cluster grenade.
It's kind of hilarious. Tactician having 5 grenades in your pocket, and then Warband, half the time you use them, it doesn't take it out of your inventory. And then Tactician and Guardian, you're replenishing your grenades. I mean, you just keep spamming them.
Tossing cluster grenade.
Objective: eliminate severe corruption. Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated. Objective: secure.
So yeah, I made a video today on these, the Akimbo Velix. They're not bad. They remind me a lot of the VST, the Kogots. Obviously, just a little less ammo, so you're reloading more often, running out of ammo. That's the one downside. They do a good job, though. You know, they get rid of elites without having to reload. They can go through some bosses pretty easily. But like here in the glitch fractures, you end up reloading and running out of ammo before, you know, a boss dies, so kind of limited usefulness there. I think even on the video today when I was going through, I think I did the Link Forger glitch there too. On the boss fights, I had to pull out the VST, which was the other gun I had, with shotgunificator. Just to get through, like, the Disciple boss and stuff.
Incoming frag.
Yeah, it'd work well with the Hyper Surge. Again, though, the kind of like the Hyper Surge would be your boss gun, right? Or would you use the Hyper Surge to clear crowds? I don't know. It's kind of in a weird spot. It does decent damage enough to be like a boss killer, but then you need something to clear crowds, like the reboot, and you really don't have anything for like distance damage.
Secured.
So like if you run the Hyper Surge with Sharpshooter as your boss killer, and then you could kind of do these as your crowd clearer. But then they run out of ammo quick, so you can't have too big a crowd, you know. Oh, come on. Third time's a charm. There we go.
Tossing cluster grenade.
Once it breaks the armor, it does pretty good damage here. It does like 2,800 a hit, I think. 2,000. But then when he flies up, it's a little more difficult with the recoil. But as you can see, I'm already out of ammo. Like, just when you get the recoil dialed in, you run out of ammo. So it's really a close-up gun at all. Yeah, I don't want all the operators to have a reboot. Yeah, I'm the same way. I like to have having some various builds. More fun that way. Everybody, when you always use the same weapon all the time, it's kind of boring. Honestly, once I max out the 1911, like level 250, I'll probably not use the reboot much at all. Unless there's like some hard content that comes out and you need it to clear it. Like, I don't use the Ion anymore, I don't use the Hyper Surge, the Arrow. All those meta guns, once I hit 250, I just put them away. The Shadow's getting there pretty soon. I don't have the reboot there yet, just because I haven't had good luck with it, so I haven't been able to use it too much yet.
Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated. Objective: kill enemies and collect drop shards.
I don't think I've ever seen someone spawn right there. This guy too. You get runs where these guys don't spawn, you gotta hunt them down. And then others, they just spawn right in front of you.
Objective complete. All shards collected.
Got into Endgame like 3.5 weeks ago. I like it to where I've grinded all the Act missions, Genesis camo and all that. The first 2 campaign challenges and the one where you exfil 25 times from Zone 4. Yeah, honestly, I haven't even done the first 2 campaign challenges. You mean like the Dark Ops ones? If you're talking about the Dark Ops, I haven't done those 2 either. The exfil 25 times from Zone 4. I did that slowly over time. That was also before they had the glitch fractures. Like, now, you almost have to sacrifice doing a glitch run just to exfil 25 times. I think it used to also count, or not that it used to also count, but it counts when you exfil at Faulkner. So like going through and getting all the operator skins, the no fear skins for everybody, that counts towards it. At least I think it counts. I don't remember. But yeah, you know, I just always made it a point early on to exfil out of tier 4 until that was done. But yeah, now that we got the glitch fractures, you know, if you're strong enough to exfil out of tier 4, you would probably want to do a glitch run. it hit me.
Incoming frag. Incoming frag.
He's got like a sliver.
Severe corruption eliminated.
Yeah, the Dark Ops, okay. Yeah, need 3 to have them all. That's cool. Alright, so those are the 3, yeah.
All corrupted sectors purged.
I'll do a day where I go land an exfil to farm it. Yeah, quick, and then you're done. Honestly, that's probably the best way to do it now, is do it intentionally.
The more glitches you purge, the stronger our link will become.
Alright, so I heard there was a way to kind of cheat these. So I'm at 80 now. If I do it right, it should bring me to 82. Wow. That actually works. Alright, so the way that works is if you already have the 2 nightmare skills that you want to upgrade, you replace one of them, then go back into the case and upgrade the other, then go back into the case and replace the original one, and it will come in upgraded. So I upgraded both of these, Sleeper Agent and Wingman unit. We'll see if it sticks when we go back to the lobby, but... Jake here, hey man, how you doing? Been using the Kogot today after talking to you. Oh, okay, ridiculously good in the Kimbo. Yeah, it is pretty good. Gunner, Bulldozer, Eagle Eye, yep. Gonna try the VST next, but will be tough to beat the Kogot. Yeah, honestly, when I was using them both, I didn't feel much of a difference. I used the VST because it was new at the time. Just kind of looking at the stats, I feel like the Kogot would be better, but I just haven't used it much to really say. Did all the Faulkner skins already? Cool. So yeah, let me see my loadout here. Yeah, it's still 82. That's crazy. All right, cool. Little hack there to not have to do so many nightmare runs. And you can do the same with exotics, but you just got to get the 2 that you want. All right, so I want to re-roll the frost rounds. On the Velux, I want to replace Longshot. And obviously add either shrapnel or mortar. All right. We'll keep running. Been grinding a lot of these last few weeks. Grinded all the Dark Ops in Warzone also. Oh, wow, yeah. I think I got most of them in Warzone. I don't know if I could check here. It'll only show me the camos from here. Yeah, you can't get to all the challenges. But yeah, I used to play a lot of Warzone too, so I've got most of them. I think I have the 100%er on Warzone. And we got our weirdo back. One more second. Just gotta get my windows fixed now.
There's a command center nearby that can toxin everywhere. Shut it down.
Visual on a hostile.
There's a shipping container nearby.
Yeah.
Might be useful.
Yeah, I used to main Warzone 2. I did Endgame initially for the Genesis camo, and then I just pretty much exclusively played Warzone. I kind of did the same thing. I came back and played a little bit of Endgame. Not on the Cherry Fizz one, but the other event that was similar to it with all the camos brought me back to Endgame, and then from there, I forget what. There was something in Season 3 that made me come back. I think it was just getting the Genesis camo on a gun randomly. And when I came back, I saw that there were those glitch fractures, and I didn't even know what they were. Like, I had to actually like look into it. It had been so long since I played. So I started playing again to complete those glitch fractures and do those types of things.
You'll get it next time.
And as I was doing it, and I was trying to find info on it, I noticed there wasn't a lot of content on YouTube. As far as like guides and recommendations and things like that. So I said, well, let me make a couple videos in case somebody else is, you know, got the same questions that I do. And turned out there was an audience for it, and here we are, a couple months later. And honestly, I'm not that great a Warzone player anyway, so if I'm adding value playing Endgame, why not? I have just as much fun doing that, so. Yeah, definitely going to try DMZ. I had some fun with that in Modern Warfare 2. I'm hoping it's a little more fleshed out this time. Sounds like it will be. And as long as the game plays well, I'm still a little worried that they're going to repeat what they did in Modern Warfare 2. Because even though I enjoyed DMZ, I had some fun, I did not enjoy the gameplay in Modern Warfare 2. It felt very slow and sluggish, and like extreme recoil was just not fun, you know? So I'm hoping they don't do the same thing in MW4. But we'll see what happens. I'll be playing it regardless. Also a dad gamer? Alright. 42 started playing COD when it originally came out. Yep. Started a multiplayer. Original Modern Warfare 2. I was just going to say, that was when I started Modern Warfare 2. Played nothing else until Endgame. I took a break during the jetpack era. Came for Genesis and never left. There you go. I started Modern Warfare 2. Played the crap out of the multiplayer, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, all the way through Ghosts. I got burned out during Ghosts and just kind of stopped playing. I didn't like COD Ghosts, so I kind of decided to take a year off with Advanced Warfare. I watched some YouTube videos, whatever, and wasn't all that impressed with the jetpack type COD, so I just left it. And came back a little bit during World War II. But of course, if you played that and remember, that was a shit show for the first couple months. I think that was around when Fortnite became big. I played that a little bit, not a whole lot. But then they fixed World War II, so I played that for a little bit again. And played some other games that were in my library, backlog, stuff like that. I think Assassin's Creed at the time I played a little bit. And obviously came back for Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, and been playing ever since then, but... yeah, started with the Modern Warfare 2.
Tossing cluster grenade.
Konnichiwa. How you doing, Madman? Oh wait, I'm not gonna pronounce that correctly. Madao?
Weapon damage optimized.
B.A. Holland, how you doing, man? Played so much World War II, it was ridiculous. That's right, it was World War II. What did I call it? Did I call it World War II? Then we got Colossus and Tier 4.
Objective sighted.
There's a lot of us out here. I hope they all find your channel. Just some old dudes trying to chill. Hell yeah. I hope they find me too. It's funny though. That is true though. There is, I guess you could say, a market for it. I get those comments all the time, just like you. Hey, Dad Gamer 2. There was someone in the last stream that was like, they're the grandpa gamer. They're a little older still, and that's cool too. In Endgame, I don't think it makes as much of a difference because it's PvE or whatever. But like playing Warzone still, like. I hold my own. I'm not, the greatest. I can get a win or two per session, usually. Maybe not now with the nukes out. All the cheaters are out and people are going crazy for wins, but... I may not play like the cracked out teenagers that are all over Twitch and whatever, but... I still know how to play. Does it count if I'm a dad of 2 boys but not quite 40? Yeah, it counts. My wife who's 40 sub in for that check mark. Absolutely. Welcome to the club. honestly, to me, the dad gamer isn't so much about the age. It's more, obviously, age can be a factor, but it's more the responsibilities. Once you're a parent, you've got a spouse. I assume you've got a 9 to 5. You don't have as much time to game as you used to. It's just the way it is. You find the time when you can. The kids go down for a nap and you got an hour, jump on a game. As long as that hour is free. If you got other stuff you got to do, obviously that needs to be taken care of first, right? You got to be responsible about it. And that's the difference between, a dad gamer versus the teenagers or the guys in their 20s, they're single. Could even be a 20-year-old dad gamer, you got kids. You got a house to take care of. Same responsibilities. But they get a little bit of an advantage because they're still young. They can stay up all night and game if they want to. Still function the next day. I can't do that anymore. I don't know about you guys. I gotta take care of responsibilities, get some games in, and still get in bed by midnight. Otherwise, I'm in trouble the next day. Grinded out nukes in Modern Warfare 2 and 3. This time around, I have no desire for a nuke. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, it'd be cool to do one, but I mean, I'm not gonna pretend. Jeez.
Weapon damage optimized.
I definitely wouldn't be winning 5 in a row. I'd have to be pulling out the 30 win in the season and then find a squad to actually run the nuke. And that's my big trouble is, because of the dad gaming and responsibilities and all that, that's kind of why I run solo. I always feel bad, like, you put together a squad and say, hey, let's run some games. And then, your wife needs you, or the kids come running and you gotta drop off the game. It's like, I know everybody would understand, anyone I'm playing with, but at the same time, it's like you try to put a squad together and run some games, and then you only get one in, maybe 2 games, and then you gotta run. It's kind of... it's like leaving the poker table after you just won a hand, right? You don't want to do that. That's why I run solo. Like I say, I always say, game when you can, right? So if you can only squeeze in one game, jump in and squeeze in a game.
Secure the guild cargo before it goes up in smoke. Guilds have
Oh, firemen, you work crazy hours, I bet, yeah.
load before it blows.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Still have hostiles in the area.
Talented kids out there making content, but it's difficult to connect. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my point. Yeah, like, obviously those kids are better than I am, and they could probably give you pointers 9 times till Sunday. But can I do what those kids do? Probably not. So their pointers don't mean a whole lot to me. My kids are their age. Yep, watching your videos more my speed. There you go. Cool. Yeah, I hear you on Warzone getting stale. It's like, I do have one friend that I still play with pretty regularly. We usually jump on the weekends. And
Getting some strange readings.
it's just the same, like I feel like he likes to play Resurgence. So it's like, finally they just got Fortune's Keep and hopefully Vondel coming soon, but You know, I feel like we've been playing Rebirth Island for God knows how long. Non-stop for the past 5 years or so.
What the hell is happening right now?
Dad gamers are used to staying up late. It's the only time we really have. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. I'm washed when my kids beat me at Fortnite. Yeah. I actually invited my girls to play a little bit with me. They're still kind of young. 7 and 11. They played a little bit, but not too much, so I don't have to worry about them beating me just yet, but... Oh, I missed. What? Alright, fly away, try again. Alright, I'm gonna get caught someplace I don't want to be and get killed.
Accessing reactor.
That was harder than it needed to be. They know I'm good at COD. They see me playing and what I can do. They won't challenge me there, but Fortnite, they whip my tail. Early on, Fortnite was really fun. It didn't take long, though, for, like, the tech demons to, like, really just... not ruin the game, but ruin the experience for less serious players, you know? I guess it's kind of similar to Call of Duty, you know, you get the people that can slide all over the place and they're cracked out. They make it less fun for those that just kind of don't play that seriously. And it was the same thing with Fortnite when I was playing that. It was like, early on, it was fairly easy, you could get a win here and there. But, then you had these guys that could just build an entire fortress in like 3 clicks. And it was just like, okay, I'm not learning how to do that, you know? And now they have no build, which I think would be more up my alley. But at this point, I don't care. I think we got that one. Where do you get reboot from? Any exotic case, any exotic weapon case. I actually put a video out on it on Friday. Alright, so let me... I don't want resurrection. I don't really care about fishing. I'll just go ahead and upgrade Shattered Shield. Best place, or best way to farm an exotic case is to do contracts and assignments in Tier 4. Usually I would do like HVTs or the surprise shipment.
Preparing for launch.
Clear out the command centers in Tier 4 and check all the weapon caches.
Tagging waypoint.
And, you know, if you're able to farm Mega Abomination, you can kind of fly back and forth if they're close and just keep killing Mega Abomination. Or, one thing I like to do, especially if the Nightmare Zones aren't close by to each other, is spawn Mega Abomination, and then what you do is don't necessarily kill him right away, but if you kill all the elites that spawn alongside him, each of those elites have a chance to drop a exotic case. So you can just keep killing them. You'll get a few cases out of them eventually, and you know, once you get tired of that, kill off Mega Abomination. He gives you a guaranteed case as well. Dr. Faulkner, he gives you a guaranteed case, but basically any exotic weapon case has a chance of dropping the reboot. I got this one today, actually, off of a out of the command center, which is actually the first time I've ever got one out of a command center. But yep, there's nothing special. It's just where it comes from. Oh, is a home run derby tonight? I used to be big into baseball when I was a kid, back in the 80s and 90s. I don't know what turned me off.
Data sectors detected. Prepare yourself.
I kind of stopped watching baseball and just never went back. But I used to love watching like the home run derby. Back with like Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, those guys. That was crazy. Obviously they were all juiced up, but... The strike, like everything else? Probably it was, yeah, to be honest. Once I wasn't watching it anymore, I just didn't care. I don't know. Sounds about right, though. Need to pray to the RNG gods before you log in for the reboot. Yes. Pray to whichever gods you believe in, yes.
Tossing cluster grenade.
Objective, eliminate severe corruption. Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated.
Who's the big home run hitters now in baseball? I assume Aaron Judge is still in there. Honestly, if you had to ask me, that would be the only one I could probably name.
Objective, secure the zones.
Shohei, the guy that pitches and plays in the field and hits like hell, is he a home run derby kind of player? Otani, is that his name? Schwarber from the Phillies. That name's somewhat familiar. Is it Kyle Schwarber? Am I making that up?
Incoming frag.
Yeah, okay, alright.
Tossing cluster grenade.
By the way, I happen to have Fissure on at the moment, so if we can get this Titan to blow up, we'll get the fireworks. Not by choice, it's just what the game gave me. There we go, there we go. Boom. The one-time fissure is satisfying. Jordan Walker must be the new guy. Young kid from the Cardinals. Alright. I mean, it's always good to see new blood in there, too. I remember there was a couple years when I was watching it where it was a bunch of, like, old washed-up guys, and nobody was really hitting many homers. It was kind of sad. And then the Juiced era began right after that. Strange little coincidence there.
Objective complete. All zones secured. Objective. Eliminate severe corruption.
Alright, so this fight's a little weird with this gun combo. I don't really have anything that hurts the Disciple from far away. The reboot, it's just not a boss killer. And this one does good damage, but the recoil's kind of rough. So when he's down here, it's tough to get him. Throw a bunch of grenades at him. There you go, it's like... that was way more than 5 grenades. Oh, the All-Star Game's in Philly? That's cool. I'm already out of ammo. Yeah, the grenades is funny. So I've got a weird build on. I'll talk about it a little more in a bit. But I've got Tactician, so by default you've got 5 in your inventory. So you can just spam those 5 right there. But then I've also got Warband. Warband has a skill that it doesn't always use the grenade when you throw one. So you just get... It's kind of like having 0 waste on your grenades. So with Tactician, you know, you can automatically just throw 5 down, but then because Warband, sometimes it doesn't use it out of your inventory, you know, you can throw down, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't really count how many I threw there, but that one was quite a bit. It's not always that good. But yeah, combine that. I've also got Guardian. So as you pick up ammo packs, you can refresh your grenades. And then Tactician also allows them to recharge a little faster too. So if you get lucky, you could spam quite a bit. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 grenades that time. Oop. I'm getting stuck on something.
Objective complete. Severe corruption eliminated.
Yeah, that fissure skill is kind of a cool concept. It just... Like, it triggers there once I beat the boss. Like, what's the point? But at the same time, I could see it would be just completely overpowered if they allowed the explosion to happen on a random normal enemy. So I don't know. I don't know how they balance that.
Objective. Kill enemies and collect drop shards. Objective complete. All shards collected.
That's also, if we could pick our own skill tracks, it would make trying new things more prevalent. It would, yeah. Honestly, I had to decide ahead of time that, you know, what skills I wanted.
Corruption.
And then it's a lot of backing out and force quitting and stuff like that to try to pick the exact skills that you want, which is annoying. Again, I wish, you know, if they want it to be random, that's fine. But build in some kind of a, like a pity system or something to where you, every time you accept a random skill, it like gives you credit towards being able to choose one, something like that, you know? If you had more control over it, you'd be more apt to, like you said, try different things and see what works and then settle on what you like best. Rather than with the current system, it's like you feel forced into choosing the best thing that's out there because you're not free to pick it later on if you don't like it. So
Incoming frag.
I hate when it does that. Vision is amazing, except like you said, it works for one thing, and typically after everything else is dead. Yeah, minus the nightmare zones, it needs something for specials as well. Yeah. It's a cool concept, and it's, you know, fun when it goes off, but not the most useful.
Incoming frag.
Oh!
Stupid mistake. Give me a hand.
I didn't even know I was low on plates.
Tossing cluster grenade.
And that's also what I was talking about earlier, like, them using these odd skills.
Incoming
I
frag.
don't have the defensive skills that I'm used to having. So I get taken off guard. Like, usually Phoenix Burst or Echo Shell or something would keep me from taking that kind of damage. But I don't have that protection right now.
All corrupted sectors
Neighbor to my left, have we gotten any Amazon packages? No, sorry. Anything good in those? I'll keep my eye out. Wink, wink.
Excellent work, soldier. Thanks to you, we've started establishing a data link to our man on the inside.
Do a little
But the connection is
cheaty
so
cheat
weak.
here.
The more glitches you purge, the stronger our link will become.
I'm gonna replace
So keep
Wingman.
purging those glitches to help us strengthen our
We're
data
gonna go
link.
back in, upgrade Sleeper Agent. And go back in and swap back to Wingman. Now they're both maxed. Ta-da! At the end of the day, it only saved me 2 runs, but 2 runs is 2 runs. Trinity Jones. I hit level 1000. Can't use the Prestige Legend title for Black Ops 7? That unknown bug? I don't know. I'm not at 1000 yet, so I can't help you there. That sucks, though. The title? Do you have to do anything, or is it just once you hit 1,000 that's supposed to open up? Because I know I can look at it when I get back to the lobby here. Do I do unboxing videos? I could if I had something to unbox. I don't buy a whole lot of stuff, so I mean, I did actually buy this controller, but it was more of a trade-in than a buy. A couple weeks ago, I could have done an unboxing there, but it's nothing special. It's just a DualSense Edge. I had bought one from Best Buy and bought the protection package, and then once the stick drift got too bad to where I couldn't deal with it, I returned it because I had the protection package. You just get a brand new one. Got the protection coverage on this one, so when the stick drift was bad, I traded it in and get a whole nother one. So it's kind of like renting a controller rather than buying them over and over. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of cool stuff that I could do unboxing of. If I get something, I'll certainly do that. Let me take a quick look at the titles here. It's not progression. Where is it? Customize, profile, titles. Is that under general? There we go. Prestige Legend. Reach Prestige Master level 56. Reach Prestige Legend. Oh, I don't know. See, that Prestige Legend? Is that supposed to be just at level 1000? I really don't know what the requirement is. It's kind of a vague requirement there. I'm sorry. That's one I would have to Google. Check out a YouTube video or something. I don't know. I think this guy has been opening my Amazon packages and opening them on stream. If you're talking about me, nope, you got the wrong one. I don't have any packages. How many kids I got? I got 2 daughters, 2 little girls. All right, so basically done with the nightmare skills. I don't need to run those anymore. Exotic skills, I gotta fix them. So we'll run a few more. I gotta get the right exotic skills on my weapons too, so we'll just be running the world events and the guild strikes. I'm going to search that on my phone, that Prestige Legend Black Ops 7. I am seeing a couple of like Reddit posts where people are saying it didn't unlock for them, and others are like, yeah, it just automatically unlocked when they hit level 1000. So sounds like one of those things that it's bugged for some players and not for others, which sucks. There's probably not a whole lot you can do. Sorry, that's not a great answer. But at least you're not alone. You're not the only one. Oh crap, did I... I've been good at checking that too. Yours is bugged, you're in 1000 and it didn't unlock. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it's weird. It's like every other game. The attachments don't save and you just gotta reselect them. I also get this almost every game now. I don't know if you notice, looking at my plates, my health. I can't use my cursor, but I've got one plate down there. I have to take damage before it shows me actually all 4 plates or whatever. Kind of annoying.
Objective sighted.
Weird bugs that they'll never fix.
You're nearing the quarantine command center. Stop the toxin from getting out.
The guild has charging stations nearby. They'd hate. Give me access through your C-Link and I'll overheat the station.
Yep, I got the solo. Single, no attachments, probably burst fire too. Awesome. Alright, we'll be using the reboot for this run.
Stand by.
Calling in my VTOL taxi here. Quick tip if you're doing this, I'm going this direction. So you want to pick a VTOL that's facing the direction you want to go. So I want to go that way, so I'm going to jump on this guy. If I jumped on that VTOL, I'm pointing to my screen. If I jump on this VTOL, he's going to take off and go that direction, so I don't want to get on him. Oh my god, he just made a liar out of me. Subscribe for more tips that don't work.
We just caused a total blackout for all guild tech in the AO. That'll show up.
Alright, honestly, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. Usually the VTOLs, when they come in, they'll take off the same direction they're facing. So that's usually how I decide which VTOL I jump on. For whatever reason, that one decided to take off and turn.
I've marked some guild charging stations nearby. Cut the power and piss them off.
There's a quarantine command center nearby. Stop the toxin from getting out.
There's a command center nearby leaking toxin everywhere. Shut it down.
That was funny. Yeah. Can't make that shit up. I swear to God, every single time I ride a VTOL, it takes off and goes straight in the direction it's looking. Sitting here like, oh, a quick tip for the chat. You know, pro tips for the caster. Oh, man. And sure enough, this guy takes off and bangs a U-turn. What a jerk. So now I'd like to say most times it goes the direction it's facing, but now I'm kind of second-guessing myself and wondering, have I just been lucky every single time I rode a VTOL? That's crazy. But yeah, ever since I dropped Daredevil, that's one of the kind of tricks I use to getting around the map when there's no redeploy drone nearby, so you can't zip around. I'll start a grid takedown or a the guild checkpoint's a good one. They'll call in a VTOL. Just start one of those, jump on the VTOL, and take off. I like, excuse me, I get the hiccups again. I like the grid takedowns because the VTOL comes in and leaves pretty quickly. There's some other contracts, like I feel like the the what was the other one I was talking about? The guild checkpoint. It takes a little bit longer for the VTOL to come in, and then it doesn't leave right away either. But with those grid takedowns, it comes in right away and it leaves pretty quick. So you can actually use it to get around somewhere fast if you need to. The other ones, I feel like it takes so long that you could have just ran to whatever you had to go. 60% of the time it works every time. Exactly. Trigger automatic pistol. Yeah, I mean, you can just hold down the trigger and it goes, but not quite as fast. Nick Rosales, how we doing, man? Hope you're having a good night. I like the blue exotic camo on the reboot. Same as my only operator was sent. It's orange. Yeah, Kagan's was green. I like the blue. Yeah, the blue is nice. I had a white one at one point. Kind of had like a almost like an iridescent sheen to it. I thought this was the same thing when I first picked it up, but no, this one's a little more blue. Yeah, I feel like the few reboots I've had, I want to say like 3 or 4 of them were orange. I did have that green one time, then that white one, and this blue one. I'm trying to get from the hip for the Velux. Doesn't want to... Ooh, mortar rounds. I will take that. Alright, so the reboot's good. The reboot's got grenade and mortar, so... Done and done. Alright, so now we got Wraithwing and Tier 4.
There's a command center nearby leaking toxin. Find the source and shut it down.
I need the world event more than I need the exotic fabricator, so I'll focus on Wraithwing. The color is decided by which ammo mod is on it. Is it really? You guys teach me shit all the time, and I love it. So yeah, I found this one that had frost, so that would make sense why it was blue. So what's the orange? Incendiary, probably? Green would be photon.
You're nearing the quarantine command center. Stop the toxin from getting out.
I don't remember what the white one had.
UAV nearby. Get me access. May have some useful intel.
Not sure what I'm looking at.
It's funny though, you say that, and honestly that sounds so obvious, but I never in a million years thought of it.
Take him offline and
Green
disrupt
came
the
with
ops.
brain rot. Okay. Yeah, that's green too. I wonder, I mean there's only so many colors, right?
There's a
Orange
quarantine
incendiary,
command center
yeah,
nearby. Stop the toxin
that would make
from getting
sense.
out.
It was pink mortar, probably? Graviton's purple? Okay, I don't know if I've seen a purple one. Shrapnel and frost are the white diamond looking one. Okay.
Access the guild terminal to triangulate the signal's origin.
Wipe the grid. No survivors.
Got another.
Caught the guild
One
sleeping.
more and we'll find the signal's origin.
They didn't even try to stop me.
Not sure what I'm looking at.
Yeah, nothing makes me more mad to go around and get all the laptops for the Wraith and then it spawns on the other side. Yeah, you don't even get to shoot it. You should still be able to open the crate though. If you can like mark on the map where it was, fly over there, find the crate, you should still be able to open it. The one saving grace.
Got it.
Yeah, it's back up there.
Maybe we can jam it. I'm sorting all that data to find the origin. Stand by.
And anybody here? They won't call in the VTOL if there's nobody here. Alright, we're flying. Mortar is the best one. It's a mix of pink and purplish stained glass. Yeah, nobody grabs the laptops, but everybody rushes the Wraith. Yeah, that is true. Kind of like Colossus. Nobody shoots the lamps, but everybody wants to shoot the core. Even when it's immune. If DMZ's a fail, will I go back to Warzone? Yeah, probably.
Enemy rhino.
Honestly, I don't know if anybody, if you guys really want to watch me play Warzone, but I'll still keep making content regardless. Whatever it happens to be. If it's got to be Warzone, it'll be Warzone. Ugh. And the bullet arc is going to be horrible here. I can't hit this thing. Oh, wow.
Stupid mistake. Give me a hand.
Again, I'm so used to not having to watch my health. Nobody's up here this time. We got like 3 VTOLs shooting at us. I can't say I've ever seen the Wraithwing live this long.
Incoming frag.
Engaging hostile. Moving.
If I can get the bullet arc, it's 30,000 per hit, but Jesus. I need a protractor to get the right angle. I don't have any plates either. Did I not pick up plates? There's 5 other blueberries here, and nobody's killing these VTOLs. I don't understand it. So the main Wraith will stay immune until you kill these other VTOLs, so... There we go. Got a good angle on it that time.
Field prototype destroyed. Now it's expected to roll in.
Jesus. Alright, what do we got? Mega Punch. That's awesome. Alright, and I missed the one down here. So we can just exfil.
Objective sighted.
Alright, let's see. Everyone's a pro at standing on the red energy thing. Yeah, it's inside Colossus, that's for sure. Ah. Somebody call it in and not leave? I'll take it. Any old revisits to Endgame? You mean once DMZ comes out? Yeah, if they have something worth playing. I don't know if I would play it very often, but if they continue support or there's a reason to come back and play it, yeah, absolutely. What is this game? Is that Elvoli? Ivoli? This is Endgame, which is kind of like the PvE mode in Black Ops 7. Kind of an extension of the campaign mode, open world on Avalon. Fun mode to mess around on. Alright, let's go back to the loadout. We gotta fix the Velix here. Alright, everything else should be good. So your latest upload, nice explanation of everything. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate that. I feel like people always want to do the guild strikes, then world event. It seems to be the pattern. I know. I want the world event and then straight to Fracture to Prestige. Yeah, I like doing the world event just because that one's timed. And you can do the guild strike at any point during the match. So to me, it makes more sense. You go to Oscar first because everybody knows where that's going to be, right? So you get that out of the way. And then from there, usually the world event has shown up. So you either do the world event or the other guild strike. And to me, it makes sense to do the world event because it's timed. I guess with the Wraith Wing, I didn't have to do all those laptops right away. But the one that always gets me is T-Rex or the Z-Rex, whatever. Invariably, somebody runs through the area, and that starts the timer. So it's like you have to do that one right away. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, like if DNZ fails, would I come back to Endgame? I think that would be the same answer. You know, it's if DNZ is no good, it's pretty much either play Endgame or, you know, it'd be like going back to Modern Warfare Zombies. You know, it's like they're not adding anything new to it. What else are you gonna do? It's the same thing. If DMZ fails, I could do some Endgame, but again, if there's nothing new to do, you know, one is going to get boring, and two, who's going to want to watch me play it, you know?
Eliminate all enemies and weaken the guild
So I think, yeah, if DMZ is no good, it'd be Warzone. But honestly, at that point, if DMZ is no good, I'm probably not going to enjoy playing Warzone either. Because to me, it would be more about the gameplay. And what I mean by that is like the operator movement and the gunplay. You know what I mean? Like, I would be unhappy with the way the game feels, not necessarily DMZ itself. So it'd probably be more if DMZ fails, I'd probably be looking more at GTA 6, something like that. Which I don't have a PS5 anymore, so I'd be having to pick up a console for that, so hopefully I don't have to. I don't know why I'm grabbing that cube. Oh, fly. That was weak.
There's a guild checkpoint nearby.
Yeah, honestly, if DMZ fails, I'd probably be looking at a whole different game, more than, you know, what game mode.
Incoming frag.
Hostiles detected.
What is this, Timo Warzone? Yeah. Yeah, this is for all the scrubs that can't get a kill on casuals. We come here. And just the fact that you found it means you're one of us, so welcome.
Cut your losses, regroup. You can take the checkpoint later.
Objective sighted.
You're near a
What
guild
other games I've previously been interested in? Aside from Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed. I like that series early on. I haven't played many of the newer ones.
There's a command center nearby.
But like the Ezio, the Ezio series, those were really good. Dragon Age, Final Fantasy, a lot of RPGs prior to FPS. But more recently, I played a lot of Helldivers. But mostly COD in the past 6-7 years. Are you a scrub, brah? No more scrubby than you? He's watching enough to chat and talk crap, yeah. I mean, some people just have absolutely nothing better to do with their lives. You want to give me ad revenue, I'll take it. Thank you, Elijah. No, I got the attachments good this game. Thanks, BA. the prior game I did, yeah, I completely forgot. So I was maining the reboot because I didn't want to fire the burst Velix with no attachments on it. That would have been painful. Man, my audio screwed up again. I thought that was happening the last game. I swore I was hearing things from my right-hand side. Everybody was to my left. There we go. Could you imagine that happening while playing Warzone? You think you hear a guy coming up from behind you, so you turn around as a dude just running up to your face? I didn't even see that. I was just curious. No need to insult me, motherfucker. Yeah, okay. You're still here, though, aren't you? Get some thin skin, bruh. You never would have made it in the original Call of Duty lobbies. Modern Warfare. Woo! I've been called some names, I still don't know what they mean.
Weapon damage optimized.
Alright, let's see.
Tagging waypoint.
Since the world event hasn't spawned, it's probably going to be Xerex.
There's a command center nearby.
See where he
with
shows
Thompson.
up, though.
Find the source and shut it down.
You're not getting my sub, asshole. Okay, I probably wasn't getting it anyway, so no worries. I'll survive.
Guild's choking the area with toxin.
You are still here, though, which is funny.
Shut it down.
Wife wants late night Taco Bell, so you gotta run. Hey, you got the priorities down, my man. That is A-okay. Enjoy that Taco Bell. Back when men knew how to be men and not cry about someone calling them a name. Right? My God, the foul language that came out of our mouths. And then we were best friends right after. Because the matchmaking switched them to our team, so now they were my friend. But as soon as I switched them back, I would call them another foul name. And yeah, you want to get upset, you know, I can just call my mom and be like, he started it, so... It's all on you, brother. Bruh. And if you think you're hurting me for I'll never make it big, that's quite alright. I am not doing this to get rich. I could care less. I got a 9 to 5, I pay the bills. I do this for the literal fun of it. talk some shit, run it back, send a friend request, team up. Where is this guy?
Get up. We're still on the job.
There's from the hip, finally. Jesus, that took a while. Alright, we got a world event yet? There we go, it's Colossus. Okay.
Not sure what I'm looking at.
There you go, Elijah. Just get over it. It's all good. Like, if I was actually upset with you, I would have just banned you. You know, like, that big a deal. If you're actually kind of turning a leaf and want to know, this is Endgame. It's just a PvE mode. It is on the Avalon map, but it has absolutely nothing to do with Warzone. There's no PvP element to it at all. It's kind of like an open world campaign.
Spotted a guild VTOL. Could be trouble. Bring it down or keep your distance.
It's honestly just kind of a chill mode. Mess around, do whatever the hell you want, and have some fun. That's all it is. This is probably going to be the fastest I've ever seen Colossus die if this many people are actually here. Did a dive course and a parkour course yesterday in Endgame for the Dark Ops challenge. That one took me a hell of a long time to do. I completed that one randomly. Well, I was just messing around near the Link Forger. I didn't even know there was a parkour course down there. I climbed up on a box and I heard the little bell. And then I saw like a green arrow or whatever. So I realized that was one of the courses. And I kind of looked around. There wasn't a whole lot of boxes. It was probably like, I don't know, I want to say maybe 5 or 10 crates that you could jump to. And I was like, well, let me just jump across the crates and see if it completes. And sure enough, it did. It was the easiest thing in the world. When I was trying to do the Dark Ops, all the guides were saying you had to do it in Cliff Town, and it was such a pain in the butt. The route was this and that and the other, and I just walked up and did it at the other, the old Arsenal, and it was so much easier. I couldn't believe it. I never did the underwater course, though, which is interesting, because I thought you had to do one of each. So I don't know how I got it completed, but... Do I like to run regular? Like Warzone? Yeah, I play Warzone too. Not as much as I used to, but... Yeah, I still play Warzone. Just wish there would be one more operation in their 2 parkour courses. Yeah, well, there's one underwater that I know of. And then, like, yeah, I just mentioned that the 2 parkour. There's the one in Clifftown that I thought was the only one. And then I found the other one down by the Link Forger entrance. So there's at least those 2. There might be more.
Accessing reactor chip.
But I thought you had to do 1 parkour and 1 underwater. And like I said, I've never done an underwater, so I don't know. Man, they already got the first half done. So I really don't know how I got mine completed. Could be a glitch that worked in my favor. Look at that. People that know what they're doing. Goes quick. I don't know if this will work. I actually want to trade.
Head unit preparing for launch.
No, it doesn't. Alright. Well,
Head unit launching.
I was able to upgrade the other one, so that's fine. Oh, I should have just exfilled from... Oh well.
Objective sighted.
We'll just head out over here. But yeah, I wish there would be one more operation. I wouldn't be surprised if they toss one out in Season 6 just to close it out. I don't know if anybody noticed, but when you finish the last glitch fracture,
VTOL's on the way.
Wei Lin or whoever comes over the radio says...
VTOL needs a clear LZ for exfil.
Crap, I forget exactly the way they word it, but it's something about, like, they thought it was going to be access to the mainframe or whatever, like it was going to be the end of the storyline. But when you finish that glitch fracture, it turns out it was just a copy or a fake or something like that, so it's kind of like they left it open to where there could be another glitch fracture or something. Who knows if it'll actually happen, but the possibility was kind of left open.
Exfil's arrived.
The underwater course costs you a restore token. Yeah, I missed a glow stick and thought I could make it, ran out of air. Yeah, that happened to me when I tried it. And that was before we had restore tokens. So my operator got reset back to 0 and I never tried it again. I was like, screw that. I tried watching a YouTube video to learn the path like 5 times and just... I realized I was sitting there watching a YouTube video for about an hour and it was like... it's not worth it for a calling card. It's not an ending scene necessarily. But like once you kill the boss, you probably just never paid attention to it, and it makes sense. But there's like the radio chatter, and they're like, "Good job, you did it," blah blah blah. And, you know, in the early stages, it's like, you know, keep beating those glitch fractures. The more we do it, the more info we gather, stuff like that. But when you go through the last one, Prime Target, I don't know if it gives you any storyline in here, but it's, yeah, like see at the top here, Operation King Killer. Time to end this once and for all. The Guild's central command node has been revealed. Collect command data throughout Avalon to pinpoint its source and destroy it. So when you get to the Prime Target, it's basically telling you to go in there and complete that. But when you beat that final boss, one of the people come over the comms and they say something about, "Good job defeating the boss, but turns out this command node was a fake. You know, we'll keep searching for the real one and then we can destroy it." So it's like they didn't close the loop for, you know, the storyline. So it doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be anything else, but you know, they left it open to where they could add something, I guess, if they had the resources. Yeah, I hardly pay attention to those announcements. Honestly, I did too. I didn't notice it until I did the last operator. But you know, I kept seeing people on Reddit and in YouTube comments and stuff talking about how season 4 was the last season for Endgame. There wouldn't be any more changes because, you know, quote, the devs said so. And looking back at the blog posts and stuff, they didn't say they were done. What they said was the story would close in season 4. So then when, you know, we go through that glitch fracture and you come to the end of the story and it's not really closed, it's like you said, Endgame 2.0 in future, possibility. Kind of the same way I remember the original Warzone storyline got ended was like, I forget what it was, like Price stopped the nuke, but they didn't actually show him stopping the nuke. So did he or did he not? You know, it was kind of left open. But then, of course, they nuked the map, so whatever. But, you know, Call of Duty devs have done that before to where they finish a storyline without, you know, completely closing all the loops. So it's not necessarily anything new, but, you know, it could mean we've got more coming. It just could be the way they left it, you know? The second time you tried it, you swam above the water so you knew the path. Oh, that's smart. But still, you've got to know the path. Can you see the gates or whatever, like those glow sticks? Can you see that under the water so you know you're going the right way? If they do an Endgame 2.0, that would mean they would have to continue the storyline in like a Black Ops 8 or whatever. I'm wondering if they would actually do that. I mean, obviously they got to continue the storyline at some point, right?
Objective sighted.
Unless they just start a brand new universe. You can see it above water. It's a 4 portals. Oh, okay.
There's a command center nearby that can talk.
Yeah, since I randomly completed it that one time. I never really had to worry about it.
Stop the toxin from getting out.
Ugh. I read some other people saying they got the completion by killing enemies by flying through them. It was random. I don't know if it was coincidental or what, but... So it definitely sounds like that calling card itself is just bugged in general. So yeah, I'm gonna have to finish building this operator another time. I haven't been getting very lucky on the world event skills. So I got Shattered Shield, which was fine. What was the other one I just took? Oh, Graviton Reaction. I wanted one of the two of those, or Echo Shell, something like that, some kind of a defensive skill. But then I also wanted either the Celebration or Conjuration, just to kind of fit the theme of this build. Was thinking that, would Endgame carry on with Warzone or be exclusive to Black Ops if they make another in 2 years? Yeah, I mean, the game mode might not matter, but if they want to continue that storyline, I think it would have to be tied to Black Ops. DMZ would be their main focus. Yeah, I think... Yeah, it's interesting. I would think... Well, I mean, I guess number one, it's going to come down to how successful DMZ is. If it's, you know, successful and a moneymaker like Warzone is, they'll make that their main focus. And then it's a matter of, do they have multiplayer, Warzone, DMZ, and some kind of other mode? Or, you know, do they just keep it as multiplayer, DMZ, and Warzone? And then at that point, if DMZ is doing really well and maybe Warzone isn't, do they can Warzone? I can't imagine how long they'll keep that going. Am I going to be doing this alone? Wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, I could potentially see them doing like a a endgame type game mode, even if it doesn't necessarily continue the storyline. Like if they go, I honestly don't even know what time period they might go to, but if they go back in time or any other time frame where they're not continuing this storyline, they could still do an endgame mode. It just would have to be with a different campaign and storyline. Once you start, you can't go above water after the first portal. It's almost impossible to fail. Infinity Ward does DMZ, and Treyarch could do DMZ to change it up. They always keep Warzone and MP, yeah. Treyarch do Endgame. Typically those side modes though is what like Raven ends up taking over, like the way they ended up doing a lot of Warzone. And again, that would be if they continue DMZ through multiple titles. That's where they would start passing it off to those other studios. Yeah, I think a lot of people went back to the old DMZ just to, like, in a way prepare for the new one. I think most of it is just boredom with Warzone. People are just looking for other games to play, you know? Alright, so we got From the Hip, and we got Mortar. That's perfect, alright. So notice the crosshairs for the Velix with From the Hip. It's so tight. And even when you shoot and you move, they don't move. So it's a perfect thing to grab when you're using akimbo guns. Oh, the robot's already in. Alright, we'll go do it. That's good. I've got my Velix and the reboot all good to go. Really don't have to worry about the fabricators anymore. Could upgrade the melee, but you know how much I melee.
Got a checkpoint nearby. Eliminate all enemies.
Horrible timing from Modern Warfare 4 because of GTA 6. Yeah. I think GTA is going to put a dent in a lot of games. But I mean, there's a lot of COD players that literally all they play is Call of Duty, for better or worse. They don't care that GTA is coming out, or, you know, like me, they could be a PC gamer. Like, I'm somewhat interested in GTA, but not so interested that I'm looking forward to buying a console for it, you know, like, so I'm probably not going to be playing GTA much, if at all, until it finally releases on PC, but I still think there'll be a healthy population playing Call of Duty. I'm not too worried about that. What's going to kill, or maybe not kill, but what's going to decide DMZ's fate is its own gameplay.
I've marked guild charging stations near you. Cut their power and piss them off.
'78 Vet Boy, thanks for the follow over on Twitch, man. Appreciate it. Get high enough. Okay. Try that again. Haven't played in over a week, so I don't even have the carbine kit unlocked. I was like that with the Mirage dual fire kit. For some reason, I was playing, but I wasn't completing the weeklies, so it took me a long time to get that unlocked. By the time I got it unlocked, it was like I already knew it was trash, so I didn't even try it. But I saw some other people use it and it was like, yeah, nothing special. There it is. And this one.
Core destroyed.
Alright, what do we got now? Resurrection. I haven't left through here in a long time.
Head unit preparing for launch. Head unit launching in. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I wish you could, like, see
5,
the map from here.
4, 3, 2.
From, like, the robot's point of view. That's me, could care less about GTA. Yeah. Like, I used to play GTA back, I want to say the PlayStation 1, maybe PlayStation 2 days. I remember playing Liberty City and Vice City. I don't know, the New York and Miami maps. I didn't play any of them after that. And the new one, I would probably just play just because of the hype, you know, like just to see what it's all about. But like, it's not like I'm actually interested in playing it. I just want to see what everybody's so crazy about. Read that some gameplay of Modern Warfare 4 NP being shown next week. I would think, yeah, pretty soon. They got to start really showing it. I mean, I know they've got an event coming up. I don't know if maybe that's what you're talking about, but supposedly there's some kind of event where they're going to have people playing it. And because of the event, it's like a convention, so like people are obviously going to be recording it on their phones and stuff. So there's no point in trying to keep it secret. So they got to be releasing it by then. So, yeah, we'll see. Also had a follow from Leonard Fishes. Sorry I missed that. Appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a great night. Thank you, thank you. Hydra is not a GTA fan. That's fine. No worries. Yeah, I'm kind of like, literally I could care less, you know, like I don't hate GTA, I don't love GTA, I'm just whatever. I'm sure I'll play it when they do release it on PC, but I'm really in no rush. Yeah, that's what's going to happen next week. People are going to be playing as well. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be good to actually see it. And maybe they'll announce the beta. I would imagine we should have the beta sometime in August, since we have an early release this year. So, be nice to have something different to play. I'm not sure if I'll stream like the beta gameplay. I get really bored with multiplayer, so I don't know if I could sit here for hours on end playing multiplayer. I'll play it, like I do play the beta every year, but I like play a game, mess around on my phone, come back, play a game, do something else. You know what I mean? Like I just can't sit there and play multiplayer anymore. I don't know how I did it back in the day. I guess that was all you really had, right? You didn't have any other options.
The guild has charging stations here. Connect your C-Link and I'll be able to overheat the chargers. Hook in.
Need help?
Stand by. Link up.
So we'll test my theory here with the VTOLs.
Stand by.
This one is always facing that direction. Then he should fly off that way. And this one comes in this direction, so he kind of pivots.
First one is cooked.
So yeah, see? He took off that way. And this guy should basically take off in this direction.
Tech just went down across the AO. Nice.
Makes a little bit of a turn. Alright. I wonder if it's a set direction they go then. Maybe it doesn't really have anything to do with the direction they're facing. I just happen to always take that one, so it led me to believe they always go in the direction they're facing. I don't know. I'll have to pay more attention to that. I get to level 30 or whatever it is to get the beta rewards to go back to Endgame. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did in prior years. I'd play it just enough to get the rewards, and I'd usually be scrambling the last day to get those last couple levels. Just because I can't do it.
Command center nearby that can toxin everywhere. Shut it down.
You know, in
There's a
prior
command
years I'd
center
be sitting
nearby
there
with
playing
toxin. Find the source and
Warzone
shut
or
it
whatever.
down.
And be like, fine, I'll go back, I'll finish my beta thing. Does anybody play or have played GTA Online? Like, what's the gameplay loop? Like, what do you... From what I gather, it's not like a PvP like Call of Duty. Like, you don't log in and have a TDM, right? Like, it's an open world thing. Can you kill other players? Do you do missions together? Or is it literally you just run around robbing civilians together? Like, what exactly do you do? And then with GTA 6, is it going to be online, or is it like two separate things? You have your like campaign offline mode where you do the missions like all the old games, and then they have an online mode? I know nothing about the game, so I'm kind of curious. You do missions and stuff. Okay. I assume it's similar to probably like something like this. Oh, did I not pick up ammo?
Picking up an odd guild signal. Need you to see.
You can get there without touching the floor from literary lanes. Yeah, I know. I always just screw up the timing. I've done it before. I just, especially like when I'm reading chat and talking and not paying attention. I get below the whatever you want to call it. I let my operator get too low, and then you can't. Maybe not can't recover, but it's a lot harder to recover once you're too low.
Deploy is live.
Weapon damage optimized.
Not sure what I'm looking at.
Alright, so with these 3 Wraith Wings, it'll probably
Tagging
be up
waypoint.
here. Looks like someone's going here. Let's go grab
Not sure
this
what I'm
one.
looking at.
You're nearing the quarantine command center. Stop the toxin from getting out. I've traced comms to a guild officer in the AO. Let's end his career.
Target identified.
You're near a guild
GTA
detector.
6 will only
Clear
be
it and
story
loosen the
mode
guild's
when it comes
control
out
of
for
the
now?
area.
Oh. That's interesting.
I've marked some guild charging stations nearby.
Are they going to add,
Power
like,
and piss 'em off.
online afterwards? Or is that like a totally separate mode?
There's a quarantined command center nearby. Stop the toxin from getting out.
Just glide high as possible as you spawn. Yeah, no, I know how that works. Like I said, I just, when I'm not paying attention. Somebody had a already there.
Not sure what I'm looking at.
You're near a guild checkpoint. Clear it out and loosen the guild's foothold.
There's a guild command center nearby. Clear it out and kill the commander.
Oh my god, grab it.
Access the guild terminal to triangulate the signal's origin.
Surrounded, pal. Let's go.
Found it. Using an optical distortion. They got to disable it. Stand by. Data to pinpoint the signal's exact location. There's a guild checkpoint nearby. Clear it out and loosen the guild's foothold.
I've marked guild charging stations near you. Cut their power and piss them off.
Aside from Reboot, what's my favorite exotic weapons? I really like the Hyper Surge. Honestly, even with that, I prefer building my own so-call. The Kilonova with the shotgunificator, that one's pretty fun to use. Kill switch is okay. The AK with the you can get sharpshooter on it. Honestly, other than that, any of the sniper rifles,
Weapons free.
if anything, only because, you know, they can be useful for boss fights, and the attachments really don't matter. You can just use whatever. They'll release, somebody said, they'll release online after GTA 6 like they did with 5. Oh, okay, I didn't know they did that separately. I guess that makes sense. There'll be online play eventually, but no timetable's been announced, weeks to months. Who knows? I wonder if they'll do that, like coinciding with the PC release. Year or two after release, once money dies down. Yeah, wouldn't doubt that. Kill switch recoil is terrible. It sure is, yeah. Not gonna deny that. Couple people in chat in the game were asking to hold off on the VTOL, so I'm gonna try not to kill it. Minimum 1-2 year at least. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I hope the people are here, because it's about to die anyway.
Guild prototype destroyed.
This guy dead?
But that was expensive as all hell.
Alright.
They're on me.
Alright, well that maxes her out. Didn't really get the skills that I wanted from the exotic skill tree, but kind of gives me an idea of what I wanted to do. Alright.
Objective sighted.
It must be almost midnight. It sure is. I swear my body's like its own alarm clock.
Clear the LZ.
Alright, I am gonna call it a night though, guys.
Too hot for the VTOL to land.
You think they'll release it first on PC, then release online? I mean, that makes sense to me. Like, release it on console, because that's where your player base is, and that's where you make your money. You probably got side deals with Sony and Xbox and whatever to release it there first. Get all the hype going that you can. Release it on PC, and then when you've got the full player base, that's when you do it online. At the end of the day, they're a business, so. They're gonna maximize their profits.
Zone's clear. VTOL's touching down.
5 a.m. Jesus, I hope you just woke up. Yes. Yes, especially the riding the VTOL.
Some shit today.
60% of the time, it works every time. Alright, yeah. Alright, there's another operator down. Next one I gotta make a melee build, so I'll start working on someone for that. I'm not sure. We should still have weekly challenges come up this week, and I know we've got the that'll be the last week to finish up the weekly camos. But I don't think there's another like weapon being released or like an aftermarket part for the weapons. I think everything's done. So I don't even know what the weekly challenges are going to include this week. We had the carbine chassis, the Mirage kit, and the Vulcan minigun. I didn't think we were waiting on anything else. So I don't really know what the reward for week 7 is going to be, but if it's something cool this week, I'll make a video on that too. Yeah, season 5, we got a new assignment coming. Looked like a almost like a race against the clock. We'll have to see how that works and whether it's worthwhile doing. And then they're doing. Had I not said it, would have gone straight. Yeah, it would have worked just as I expected. Because I opened my mouth, it changed. But yeah, the other update coming in Season 5 is going to allow us to upgrade our major and minor abilities. So if you didn't see the blog post or the Call of Duty post, apparently the way it works is you're going to be able to find the upgrades in contracts in either tier 4 or the nightmare zone. So it'll be like a reward, like you have a gun reward or whatever in the crates. You open them up and you might have an upgrade to one of your abilities. I don't know how common they'll be, but it sounded like once you find an ability, it stays on your operator until you die or you replace it. So it should be a permanent thing, which is nice. So yeah, we'll see. Just more things to add to the grind. Gun reset again? Of course it did. That's alright. I'm not going to be loading in with her for a while. She's maxed out. I don't care anymore. Move on. Move on to the next one. Oops. Where was I? I was working on this guy, the replacer. Right now he's got the VX Compact, but when he's Prestige 3, I might just turn him into the melee build. Just for the heck of it. But yeah, see, he's got that VST, the Kilonova. This one doesn't have shotgunificator on it yet, but I'll roll it. But he's going to prestige anyway, so it really doesn't matter what he has on him. But yeah, that'll be that. Let me see. Wei Lin. So Waylon, I found this reboot with shrapnel rounds on it, so it's got that orange color. That's interesting. Not sure who else had a reboot. Kind of curious about the colors. What's his name? He's got one.
Worthy of trust and confidence.
He's also that orange and green combo. I don't know what he started with, though. I don't know what I found it with. That's interesting. I'll pay more attention to that if I find more. All right. I am going to call it. So thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. And yeah, be on the lookout for more updates. I got to be honest, I'm starting to run out of ideas for videos. So if there's stuff you want to see, let me know, and I will, look into it, make some videos. Otherwise, I'm still trying different guns. If I find anything worthwhile, I'll certainly let you all know. But again, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the follows and subs on YouTube. Have a great night, everyone. If you use a blueprint, all your stuff will stay. I'll try it, but I swear I've tried it and it still resets. But it's worth a shot. Appreciate the tip there, Rodney. All right, have a good night, everyone.